And I'm realizing that the only way to be free is to ruin your reputation. I'm learning that trying to micromanage how people perceive you is literally imprisoning your mind. It is insane that we literally jail ourselves in this mindset of who we're supposed to be instead of who we feel like we are. We care more about staying in character than living in our truth, than being honest, than being real. We care more about performing for others and being validated than being validated by ourselves, by living in our own vessel and feeling pure in that, feeling love in that, feeling intention in that. The only way to break free from the shackles of other people's perception is to literally ruin your reputation. Do what you want to do, act how you want to act, dress how you want to dress, love who you want to love. I'm learning that the box that we assume other people are putting us in is really just ourselves. At any moment, you can take yourself out of that box.
Hey ladies, and welcome back to my channel. A lot of us are in bondage or have been in bondage when it comes to how people perceive us because we care too much about our reputation. We care too much about something that is so futile, something that is so out of our control. And the second I woke up and realized, oh my goodness, people are manipulating me into living the life they want me to live by threatening to destroy my reputation, I need to stop caring. The second I woke up and realized that, things changed for me. I stopped caring about how people thought of me, how people perceive me, if this person's going to go smear my name and talk badly about me. I used to care about how I was perceived, but after I've been smeared so much and after so many lies and rumors have been created about me, and after I realized that so many people would meet me and get to know me and still have such horrible feelings toward me because of their own envy and jealousy and because they're threatened, I was like, yo, there's no point in me trying to make peace with these people, put my best foot forward with these people, and try to shine and be my genuine self around them. Because no matter what, no matter if I dim my light to the point where I am self-sacrificing my own confidence, or if I'm shining brightly and showing these people who I naturally am, I cannot please them. Nothing is good enough for them. I can't make them happy, and they're gonna naturally just have a negative opinion of me because they're choosing to. You have to understand, perception is something that is outside of our control. It is outside of our reach. How are we supposed to control our reputation? Yes, you can do your best to keep certain things private, carry yourself well, be very honest and truthful and forthcoming, be integrous, right? Those are things we can do and we can control. And those things do attribute to your reputation, to how people generally perceive you. But if you are someone who has a bright light, maybe you're chosen, maybe you are just a gorgeous person and you attract a lot of eyes, you have to understand that 9 times out of 10, it doesn't matter how good of a foot you put forward with people, how well you carry yourself, how educated you are, how well you speak, your morals and your values, and how high value you are as a woman. People are still going to get you confused. They're still going to misunderstand you and choose purposely to misunderstand you. They're still going to play part in smear campaigns. They're still going to lie on you. They're still going to stab you in your back. So once I started putting those pieces together, I'm like, I literally can't win for losing. So let me just live how I want to live. And I think this is where a lot of women, I think as we grow older in age and as we mature and get wiser, this is where we start to see like that good girl gone bad, like you become a badass almost, because you stop caring. You stop caring. You stop giving a F. You know, like you stop feeling like you have to carry the perception and the weight of the world to please others, and you just start being who you want to be. You start doing what you want to do. You start behaving how you want to behave. And you only serve yourself. It's almost like you become a little bit more selfish. And people don't like that. And I realized that too. It's like, this is how you know you can't win for losing with these people, because even when you try to play by their rules and fall in line with their morals and values, and you are super humble and you pretend like you don't know who you are, or if you're beautiful, you have to really downplay your beauty and really downplay your confidence, and you have to be super self-sacrificing around these people, or just keep your head down so they could feel better about themselves, right? But then at the same time, they're still doing all of the horrible things to tarnish your reputation. And then on the flip side, if I'm confident, if I'm happy, if I love myself, if I'm shining brightly, if I'm doing all of the things, you still hate me. It's like even more, they have even more of a reason to try to find a flaw, to try to find a rumor to spread, to try to smear your name, to try to get you to fall off, or to try to destiny swap with you, or swap energies with you. It is insane, ladies. You cannot live for other people. People change like the seasons, 1 second they want one thing, the next second they want another. We cannot live for these people. We can't live for society, for friends, for family. We have to live for self. We have to live for self. We have to do what is best for us. Always. And also, when you choose to free yourself, you disarm these people. They don't have power over you anymore. That's something I noticed in environments where I was being smeared heavily. The second I just kind of said, you know what? F it. You know what? I don't care anymore. I don't care to be liked, to be perceived well. I don't care about my reputation that you people are trying so hard to put in the dirt. I'm just going to exist. I'm going to dare to exist. And when I did that, it was so freeing. I made friends. I had a good time where I was at that time in my life. I made sure to really bite down and double down on who I was, despite the lack of support, despite the names that I was being called behind my back, the lies that were being told. I still dared to exist and dared to live. And I reclaimed my life. That is how you really hurt these people and send a clear message that you're not easily broken. You're not easily swayed from your path just because you don't have the validation and the say-so from external sources. See, that's what they want. People who try to bait you with, oh, your reputation's important. While I do feel like it's important to a certain degree, like I said, you're carrying yourself well, you have good morals and values, you stand for something. I don't think that it's that important that you should be suppressing parts of you or losing yourself because other people may try to tarnish it. I think that's where you get a lot of narcissists and crazy people who will try to use the fact that you have a reputation to uphold, to manipulate you, to gaslight you, to hurt you. There's a lot of manipulators out there that know, oh, she's a good girl, she's a good person. Oh, she's trying her best to appear to be a decent human being. They think when you're genuine, it's an act because they're acting, right? So when they meet someone who's actually genuine, they think you have ulterior motives. They think you're trying to pull a fast one on them. They think that you're trying to pull their leg. Like they think it's an act, So they're dying and desperate to show people, hey, she's not who she says she is. Look, she's not really who she thinks she is. Stop perceiving her well because this is who she actually is. They're always looking for a moment. And I think that these people, they see you, if you are a decent human being, you have morals, you stand 10 toes down, you have great values, you have a great personality, you're stunning. They're looking for you to care about that thing because they know that that's the only thing that you care about or nurture. And for a long time, that's how I was. I cared so deeply about how people perceived me and how people thought of me. Because I spent my entire life trying to get my own mother to not accuse me of things I didn't do, or to not hate me, or to not be jealous of me, and to not see me as a threat. I was constantly trying to play this role of like, hey, don't hurt me just because you perceive me this way. And so for a while in my younger years, yeah, I did care. I did try to, nurture my reputation, and I did care about how people perceive me. But I realized that a lot of people weaponize that. They weaponize you caring about your image and your reputation. And so it's so sinister how people will use your reputation that you care about against you. And once I peeped that, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not about to let you take that and run with it. So you can have that. If you feel like you have to attack my reputation to get over on me or to make me feel like I'm not who I know I am, have it. Take it. I don't care. And when I let people have it, it's like you see them act in the most strangest ways. Like they don't expect you to not care about your reputation being tarnished. They want you to do a bunch of damage control. They want you to beg them for their sympathy or for their love, or they want you to do backflips basically to get approval from them and to take your reputation back. But the second you say, okay, girl, you want to misunderstand me purposely, like you really want to be at odds with me just because you're threatened, just because I trigger insecurity, you can have it. You can go tarnish my name. You can go spread lies. People who believe you, I don't even want them around me to begin with. People who are weak enough and silly enough and slow enough to fall for that, I already don't even want them around or want them to be friends anyway. So thank you for showing me who people are. I would much rather know that than try to please everyone, So ladies, this is my message to you. Stop caring about your reputation so much. If you are someone who has been very hyper vigilant about proving yourself worthy to people, or, you spent a lot of your life trying to take out fires when it comes to smear campaigns and your reputation, and you feel like you tie your entire value to how other people see you, you have to remove that. You have to remove that responsibility that you're giving others to see you a certain way. You have to see yourself a certain way and move accordingly. People are going to weaponize you wanting a clean reputation against you. You have to love yourself enough and value yourself enough to not care how this person, that person, and the other thinks or feels about you. So ladies, drop down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on how you combat people and their negative perceptions of you and utilizing your reputation against you. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below on how you handle that or any of your stories. I'll also be leaving my email down in the description box so you can share your experiences there as well. Have a lovely day, ladies.